by Thompson, no good. So for the Kings, they come in off the loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles. We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. Here's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the game, the everything you could package. It could be our next great player. Is there ever talk around the league about why are European players being so dominant? Where are the great young American players to compete against this great influx of international players?
The grassroots programs, you have to look at what happens abroad and in the States. You have to give a lot of credit to the way that they develop players over in Europe. In any of those regions, they do a great job. And those players are hungry, they're driven, they're passionate. They're trying to get here to the States and play basketball at the highest level in the NBA. And you see at the amateur level, there can be a lot of fluidity, there can be a lot of flux. And players are given so much so soon in America. So to be able to have that chip on your shoulder, to have the passion, and to exude the confidence that Anthony Edwards has, the younger generation of players definitely have someone in Anthony Edwards to look up to.
Looks like it could be a big night for him. Very strong start here in the first quarter.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, I was able to talk with Mike Brown for a little bit. Now, Coach immediately recognized the many talents of Kyrie Irving. One thing he pointed out was not losing Irving on defense. Coach said Irving is just as dangerous without the ball. We can't let him get behind us. We have to make sure someone is on him at all times. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. Irving can't hit the step-back jump shot.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Hey, Shams, I know you're connected throughout the NBA into a lot of front offices, but have you ever thought about maybe shifting gears a little bit and working for a team?
There is always intrigue into something like that, Kevin, but I've seen how tough the environment can be, and honestly, it is really much more fun to be talking to you on this side of the media world and the media equation of the NBA. But listen, there's always intrigue with the front office.
And a lot of opportunities. I know you're looking at, but thank you for your honesty in that one. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4. And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Ellis, he's checked in for Sacramento. Marshall, he's checked in for Dallas. And a look at the most accurate shooting guards in the NBA this season. 5th on the list, Kyrie Irving.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
And with their range, they stretch out opposing defenses. So even when they're not shooting threes, they're still making an impact.
Now, here's Fox. 29 points for him last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
Rocket 2, DeRozan. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Outside Irving.